All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of the 32 character streak. We're on win number 8, Tainted Apollyon. Tainted Apollyon isn't. He's not hard and he's not fun. Like, I don't love Tainted Apollyon. Well, I don't know. Tainted Apollyon's weird. I don't dislike him. I don't love him. You could realistically use Abyss for every single thing you do for the entire game, and you'd probably win. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. However, it's not optimal. Like, you're better picking up some things. Range down is not necessarily great, but yeah, if you wanted to, you could just Abyss literally everything, and I've done it before. The only problem with doing a challenge run like that is remembering to do the challenge, because you'll walk into a room and see an item and go, ooh, I like this item, and then you'll pick up the item and then realize, oh, yeah, I wasn't supposed to do that, was I? Then you get really sad, and everything's just bad, but then you get tapeworm, and range is good. Plus, that's a solid amount of range. I don't think we'll actually be able to play this Sacrum, but might as well try. So, how is everyone? How we doing? I got a few people in the Discord that said hi, okay? Listen, I'm going to narrow it down to one. Dan said hi, okay? I'm sorry everyone else, but Dan said hi, alright? Dan himself did say hi. So let's move on. Let's move on to a question of the day. I had one, like always, and then I forgot. This is not a joke. This literally happens every time I go to do anything. 120 volt is huge. But come on, it wasn't TV. It could have been music. Did I ask about music already? I'm sure I asked about music already, right? I probably asked about music. So you know what? We're gonna spice things up, and we're gonna just move on to what your favorite season is, because I have a strong opinion. Keep in mind, I live on like the East Coast of the United States of America, so for me, seasons are like, they're pretty drastic. It's not. I'm pretty sure there's other places that are quote unquote worse, right? But like, that was a really nice hit. That was a really good one. But for me, like winter will get. We sometimes see in the negatives in Fahrenheit anyway, but not every year, I don't think. But we do see in the negatives sometimes. And summers will be like sometimes in the hundreds. So like we get that wide variety. Spring, very rainy. Summer, very freaking hot. Fall, super fall. The leaves are pretty, I guess. So we got a big variance going on here. And with the variance, I would say I prefer probably, dude, this is such a whack first floor in terms of the worms. I would actually prefer whipworm if we already had range, but we don't, so we're gonna keep going. But yeah, like I just really think winter is the best season. Winter is and I don't care when it's -3. I still think that this is a great room. If I mean theoretically a great room, right? It wasn't necessarily gonna be a great room, but in the theoretics, it was good. In the theoretics, what a statement. We're just gonna suck it up. I think if your option is random item or fly, you just take the fly, which means there's no real point in coming to the downpour except the extra boss item. But I don't know. I think the flies are really good, or locusts, whatever you want to call them. I think they're genuinely, like, once you get a lot of them, and you also need damage, because damage does scale with them, but once you get a lot of them, they can carry a run so hard. So that's the plan. We're going to get as many flies as we can without getting rid of anything that's actually good. Like, we need health upgrades still. We need base stat upgrades, but we also want flies on top of that. So we're going to try to balance that. But winter, why do I like winter? Okay, here's a big thing you got to know about me. And you might call me a coward for it, and that's completely fair, and I would not judge you. Bugs. No. No, no, no. They're not. No. We don't. No. We don't play those games, okay? They're not okay. I don't like bugs. I think bugs are, no. Especially anything with wings. They're not. That was just like a bad situation, to be honest. Anything with wings is like the worst thing ever. And you can give me examples, and like I guarantee, no matter what your answer is, I'll say, yeah, no, I hate that. All of those stats are honestly fine enough to the point where we're gonna take the fly. I know Roid Rage isn't bad, and if we had taken experimental treatment, I would have taken it because of Spun, but we had one less pill in rotation, and like it just, it didn't seem right. So now we have 3 flies, which I'm happy with, but bugs are the absolute worst. And the time of year you are going to see the least amount of bugs would be roughly winter. Fall, there's less bugs, but also, it's not less bugs, it's just different bugs. Spring, definitely bugs. Summer, definitely bugs. Fall, you got bugs, but like, it's different bugs. Now, are they better bugs? No, there's no such thing as a better bug. You're hallucinating if you think that's true. You're absolutely crazy. There's no such thing as a good bug. But there's definitely better bugs than the summer bugs. Like ladybugs, you might be thinking, oh, Those are great. No, ladybugs are horrible, and I hate ladybugs, and they terrify me. So just if we're just talking alone, my Tosis ain't bad. It'll probably bring the other trinkets with us, and then we can like think about what to do. Also, it could theoretically grab that Soul of Isaac for us, which is kind of what we're looking for. But yeah, we don't like bugs around here. Okay, they're just not optimal. So winter's great because of that. Plus, if we're talking about between heat and cold, I don't like ever feel above like 10% good, right? Like I on average feel like 7% good, I'd say. So this is not what I wanted to do. So being hot in my experience makes me feel just generally like makes me as a human being feel worse. So I definitely prefer being cold, and I don't know if you know this, winter's pretty freaking cold, dude. Like I like to be warm during the winter to some extent, but warm during the winter is still colder than your average cold during the summer. You know what I mean? This is Torn Pocket is so there's so many good trinkets this run. Torn Pocket can make playing Blood Banks like super optimal, like to the point where all you want to do with your life is play Blood Banks because you can drop some of your consumables and turn them into other consumables, but not like different kinds. Like a penny will turn into a type of penny, but that's just the good part. A penny will turn into a type of penny, which means golden pennies, golden keys. All this stuff can be happening for you. I say we go into our shop, look for a soul heart, and if there is one, we buy it and fight the boss. Because there's a... If not, if there's no soul heart, we'll turn into Lost and fight the boss. No soul heart. We could have rerolled, but we're kind of broke as hell, so we're going to turn into Lost, fight the boss. We want to get... Oh, I mean, now we have money. This is interesting. We can think about some things. We want to get no hit on this boss. But what if it's a really... If it's like Min Min... We could genuinely die as the Lost. So I say, right now our run isn't that strong. Let's play it safe. I forgot this is the 32 character streak. So while typically I would have done the whole gone into the boss as the Lost thing, without knowing who my boss is, I can't honestly fight it as the Lost. I would feel too scared. The run, like, right now, our stats are kind of absolutely horrible. We have 3 flies, which is good. I'm not going to complain about that. But our stats are just not good. So, we're not gonna be risking too much. Leprosy is just bad. So now we have 4 flies. And I understand you might be thinking like, hey, if you're so worried about your stats, why don't you take some items? Why don't you go and screw yourself? We're not doing that. We have better things to do. Kind of want to get Mom's Bracelet in case we get Cube Baby, but instead we'll take Chaos, which is a much better thing to have. An Emperor card's nice, but we will keep the Hermit card in case... Like, let's say the boss fight's going real bad, right? Because we can now do this. We'll go in as the Lost, sort of, we'll assess the situation, and then we'll decide if we want a Hermit or not. Okay. This boss is a potential not Hermit, I'm not going to lie to you, especially as the Lost. Because one of his worst attacks is definitely got to be his spinny spin attack. It becomes a lot less bad when you're flying. So the Lost might actually be an advantage here. But the second we lose Holy Mantle, I pop the Hermit. Like, I'm not even going to... There's no hesitation there. You lose Holy Mantle, you lose you lose your Hermit card. Okay? Either way, we want to bring the Emperor card with us. So realistically, it's not that bad. Can you just keep spinning in that direction, please? Keep doing that. Do it one more time. One more time. That's not that. Okay. That's fine. Good boss for Lost. I'm very happy with that. At first I was a little worried, but we're here. Fast Bombs doesn't sound great on paper till you realize the fact that it's plus 7 bombs, which is actually like a good amount of bombs. Okay. We didn't need to do that realistically, but here we are. I'm hoping this is the secret. We want the curse room. But yeah, so let's go back to the winter talk for a second, because I wasn't fully done. Winter is just, I really want to know what seasons you guys like, because I know there's people out there that like summer. Now, I will make it a guess about you, and don't be offended if I'm saying this in wrong, but I will assume that if you say your favorite season is summer, there's a good chance that you are still in school. Because back when like school was around, now this is like, I mean younger school, towards the end of high school I didn't feel this way, but back towards like the beginning of school, I was team summer all the way, just due to not having to go to school. I didn't like the beach, I didn't like the bugs, but I didn't have to go to school, so it was pretty nice. Now I'm not necessarily team summer. I wouldn't say that exactly describes me nowadays. we have Dr. Fetus, which is an interesting thing. Infinite Bombs is good. I think Dr. Fetus is good in general. It's going to be a little sketchy on these floors. Wait, no, we're done. Okay, no, we're done. We're done. It's going to be fine. I'm sure Dr. Fetus will be good. This is what you can expect with the Chaos run. I mean, it's Chaos, right? It's literally in the name. You're going to get some wacky item that you're like, not sure how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about Dr. Fetus with the flies, because realistically, with flies, you want to be holding down the attack button. I don't usually hold down shoot with Dr. Fetus. I kind of just tap fire, you know? And I also apparently cannot hit dummies. There we go. Some increased angel chance. We do need to eventually get our angel deal, by the way. That's going to be an important part of living. We don't have an active item, so we can take this. And shops are going to be huge. I mean, shops, with the restock machines that were re-added in Repentance, like, shops in Chaos are absolutely huge. We naturally, low-key, want to maybe get some money. Like, that might not hurt. Do we still have Spectral? Or am I making that up? I don't think... We shouldn't have Spectral. I don't see anything that would give it to us, but... Stars will remove 120 volt and give us a Seeker item, so we're going to do that. 120 volt's really good, but we're not going to be hugging things because we have Dr. Fetus, so... Ooh, analog stick ain't bad. So we got to get to our Seeker room, use our Stars card. I do love the Stars question mark card. I think it's really good. And hopefully it'll give us something that isn't trash. I mean, I don't want to, you know, name any items that are particularly trash, but it does kind of actually have thrash in its name. It's Trash Bottom, by the way. Worst item in the game. Worst enemy in the game, too, since we're just on the worst things. It might even be the best idea to... We could cheese the entire streak. Now, it's because of a rule I created, but now I'm kind of realizing how horrible the rule is. If we get an overpowered run soon, we could kill ourselves and become the lost and count the victory as the lost. And I mean, according to my rules, that's how that would work, but... Okay. We want this, we sack the baby. Why do we sack the baby? I just think... Like, we didn't need the baby. He's not bad, but the fly is good. Like, he is not bad, fly is good. See the difference there? Fly actually good, he okay. And that's all the math I had to do. It's unfortunate getting rid of... Where did our... why is our item list not updated? We should have contract from below. Unless I didn't take it, in which case I'm kind of regretting my decision. Because I did want it, but I don't see it over on the right. Whatever. Worst case scenario, I don't have contract from below, which it's starting to look like I don't, which means I'm really dumb. Also, I'm very tired, by the way, which is a reoccurring theme as well, but I'm very tired, so if I make any dumb decisions, we can go ahead and blame it on that. I think that's fair. And also, we have like a good amount of money out of nowhere, which is nice, because if we get one more shop restock machine, we could be living. But this run is, run's definitely not bad. I mean, like, we got some things going for us in the fact of, like, we have Dr. Fetus, which means we are strong. It's obviously risky to have Dr. Fetus because it's also a little, like, a little dangerous. You got to stay away from your tears, and we want to be holding our fire button, which makes Dr. Fetus, like, 20 times more dangerous. But because we have the flies, at least for, like, enemies like this, once they're down... We can kind of deal with them still. Okay, but sometimes you do that and you regret it much. Like, very much. Okay. Bad. We need to kind of figure out who we are inside, right? Who we really are, and stop taking damage from freaking Dr. Fetus, or just from not being able to dodge because of Dr. Fetus. Not all damage that it's because of Dr. Fetus is directly because of Dr. Fetus. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get hit because of Dr. Fetus just because you were trying to dodge a bomb and you dodge into an enemy, which in that case, that is still Dr. Fetus damage. And if you do not believe that's true, you are kidding yourself. Get him. Oh, that was a snipe, dude. Okay, this room is kind of tame. I think Dr. Fetus is actually going to make this room pretty easy. And the whipworm or tapeworm, whatever we have, it's actually helping. Like, we got some crazy range. Dr. Fetus usually stops like half an inch in front of you, which is always very annoying, but we can really snipe right now. We just need to have this guy expose himself, and boink. Okay. You gotta be careful. We're trying not to lose our angel deal. We tend to lose a lot of angel deals on this series. I don't know why. We just, like, if we go devil deal, we're, like, getting every devil deal under the sun. But if we go angel deal, we get, like, nothing ever. 24/7. That's another worm. You're making all the... that was just the dumbest dodge of my freaking life, dude. We're trying so hard, but you notice how many not tinted, soul hearts we've gotten? Gotten, like, next to none. And getting no soul hearts all game. How are you supposed to expect me to not... And, like, this... That close to the boss room, too. If you want me to not lose my deal with the devil, start giving me soul hearts. That's, like, my advice, because I think it's kind of BS. I feel like every freaking run recently has been like, oh, you get, like, actually -1 soul hearts. How do you feel? And I'm just like, not particularly good. Thanks, game. At least we got the angel room, which was nice. I mean, obviously, we have chaos, and I'm aware of that. However, we also managed to get Mystery Gift, and Bob's Curse is actually fantastic. Kind of forgot Dr. Fetus. There goes the Eternal Heart. Should have picked it up after fighting the angel, you know. Whatever. We have Flight, which is good. We have Bob's Rotten Screw Yourself, whatever it's called. Ooh, that was an accident. But yeah, we have some good things going on. The poison is actually very powerful, believe it or not. Poison is one of those things that you look at it and go, yeah, that's kind of not that good. And then you actually hit something with it. It's pretty damn strong. So Chaos can hopefully give us some goods. Like, we don't have a lot of time left with item rooms and stuff, but any boss room now could be like Ipecac. And I don't remember what Ipecac Dr. Fetus does, but I'm pretty confident it's, like, pretty damn good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do with that. Like, once again, give us a soul heart, and maybe we'll have a chance to not do that. But when you exclusively don't give us any means of protecting our angel deal, like, we're just not going to get it. So that's why I'm glad we got Chaos this run, because it's gonna make it hurt a lot less than if we didn't have Chaos, right? Having Chaos does two good things for you. One, it makes it so when you lose your angel deal, you're like, okay, this sucks, but I'm okay with it. Okay. We need to somehow get that black heart all the way right next to the curse door. No, that's too far. That's too far. Nope, too far. What we're trying to do here is... Okay, we're trying to get red heart damage. All I wanted to do is not take the black heart damage. Whatever. We tried. That's all that matters. That's kind of like the strat, you know, when you're just good at the game like me. I'm not saying I'm better than everyone in the entire world, but, like, I'm saying that I also wish Dr. Fetus wasn't so inconsistent. You shouldn't be able to, like, there's sometimes you can shoot it over rocks, and it might just be when you're above them, but, like, here, we're going to really make this run a little difficult. We can take Loki's horns, but I'm not an actual animal. This is bad enough, right? Like, this, that's dangerous. We're strolling on the side of, like, we probably shouldn't be doing this. That's where we currently are. So, we gotta be careful, for sure. At the same time, the damage, probably gonna be pretty nice. See, that's not even close to where I shot, though. Is it? Okay, so it's only a chance for scatter bombs, which I think might be worse in a way. Because if it's only a chance, we won't always be ready for it, you know? Rather than if it always happens, you're just completely aware that it's going to happen 24/7. Yep, like there. Yeah, like there. It's... Is it because of the... we have to test something. Because if the range is the reason their bombs are going so far... No, they just actually launch across the entire map. Scatter bombs, I really feel like needs to adjust to stay more tightly compact. Because... it can go far. Like, if you have it with Dr. Fetus, you're basically a little screwed. Okay. Oh, I told you. I don't know who I told, but I told you. Oh, that's bad. We need this. We need this. This would be so funny. Okay. Oh, my goodness. That's not an option. That is not even close to an option. That is something we very much desperately need. I haven't had a Dr. Fetus Pyromaniac run in so freaking long. This is not a choice. We need this. And if we get it, come on. Oh, the donation machine pretty much guarantees you get an item. 6 cents. 6 cents for a bomb. That is one more than you used to get on a good roll. So screw anyone that believes it's a good update. Dude, if you cheat me out here and don't give me Pyromaniac, I'll actually end the 32 character streak here and I'll never play the game again. We are so close to greatness. I refuse to lose it here. We have to find every available path for money and make it work. Every room in the game must be checked. We're going to fight this room. Okay, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's the right step right there. This is the time where Crane Games can either hurt you or make your run. And we're ready for it to make our run. We'll have Scatter Bomb, Angelic Prism, Loki's Horn, Pyromaniac, Dr. Fetus, Bob's Curse. This is gonna be nuts if we can get it. Only if we can get it though, because as you can see right now, the Scatter Bombs are already hard to deal with, and jumping enemies that can land on you from the heavens in Cursed Darkness is not my favorite. Please give me what I want. Please give me what I want. Game, I don't ask for much. I really don't. I mean, I do, but like, I'm just asking for this. Please. Don't be this guy. Please. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's just that easy. Oh boy. Now we just need 5 more cents for Loki's Horns. Let's just prove it. Oh, we can just stay. We can just stay. Who cares how many bombs there are? We're living. We actually have Pyromaniac in a real run. It has been so long. So I think if there's a bomb on the ground and we walk... Let's test something. I think if there's a bomb on the ground, we need to... I want to know. Okay, yeah. So there's a bomb on the ground and we walk into it with the pyramid. It'll still do the thing. Dude, we have nothing to worry about anymore. 3 more cents, we'll get Loki's Horns. We'll have just so much raw power and we'll never have to fear. Now there is no reason not to hold the fire button down when we're killing things. We don't have to take our time. We don't have to be careful. This should realistically be a free win because not only do... Okay, yeah, just top it off, to be honest. There's no problem there. Yeah, we can take as much damage as we want realistically because like the second we take damage, all we have to do is blow ourselves up and then we're home free. Like, well, let's just prove it. Ready? Boink. Oh, no, we've taken damage. Whatever shall I do? Oh, wait, now I'm full on health because I have Pyromaniac, Dr. Fetus, and, like, 12 bajillion other things. So, this is going to be the best run of the entire streak. And I hope, like, 12 bajillion people watch this because this is the kind of run you should see, right? This is the kind of run you want to see. That's the kind of item you want to turn into a fly and leave. And that's why Abyss is so good. So, you never have to see something like Mom's Coin Purse and then be sad because you can do nothing with it. Dude, this is so good. Scatter Bombs, Bob's Curse. Oh, wait, we have Analog Stick. That's how I'm shooting at weird angles. Sadly, I'm not playing on controller. This is just... Here, give me another bomb upgrade. Be nice. Be a guy. Be a man. We don't need any of these bombs. Not exactly what I asked for, but I can see where you were going with that. Just saying, Rapid Bombs should definitely work like soy milk, but for Dr. Fetus. I think that'd be completely fair. You get Rapid Bombs, you basically have just Mega Fire, Never Stop, Dr. Fetus. Because we do have Rapid Fire, but it doesn't do anything. And I think that's a little weird, right? Not Rapid Fire, Rapid Bombs, sorry. We do have Rapid Bombs, but it just doesn't do anything. We do have our, what's it called? 15 cents to go to the shop. We want to check a little bit more just because this run's gotten crazy and we want it to get even crazier. So now it's time to really explore the options we got, right? No reason to not. I mean, once again, we can't die. As long as we keep red health and don't go soul hearts for this run, like we can have soul hearts, so we just can't primarily have soul hearts. As long as we have a lot or at least a good number of red hearts, it would be next to impossible for us to die. So this is already a 1 run. Damage-wise, we're chilling. Naturally, we have freaking so much bombs going everywhere. I mean, here we are. This is our run now. We have Loki's Horns, the Pyramid of Death, Dr. Fetus, Scatter Bombs, Bob's Curse. So, got a good amount of things. Then obviously Pyromaniac, that I was just on my damage. So, losing is not an option. The real question is, how long will it take to win? And do we want to, like... Do we want to try to go fast and get out, or do we want to try to maximize our odds of getting a completely busted run? Unfortunately, this Bomb Beggar's just not a nice person, which does suck, but we can still keep going. Reap Creep is usually horrifying, but I can imagine it won't matter too much considering no amount of damage is enough to kill us. You know? That does usually help. He can't really do anything if we're being honest. So cracked orb, that's fine, I guess. We're gonna go in here just to check for anything on the ground. Like maybe there'll be like a soul heart. You know, checking doesn't hurt. But yeah, we're not gonna go mausoleum just because I don't find mausoleum enjoyable, even though we realistically can't lose. We don't have a way to get a cracked key. Let's just go. Peps 2 time. I just yawned like and stretched more than I ever have in my life. My headphones are almost off my head and I really gotta fix it. That was a big yawn. I am big tired, but we're okay. This is the kind of run you want to get when you're tired. This streak has been so good to us. This streak has been, I can't wait till the run where like everything just falls apart because the game gives us the worst stats ever. But then again, I like to think I was rewarded for this because there's a lot of players out there, maybe not a lot, but a good amount, who wouldn't take an item like Dr. Fetus because Dr. Fetus is scary, and I know some people stray away from items that can hurt them, but I would never because I think it's funny. Also, yes, we're taking Anarchist Cookbook. In this case, it actually like works pretty darn well, and this is, I mean, it's just another fly. Would we trade a trinket for a fly? That's the question. Oh, is it 2 flies? Throwable, grants 1 familiar. Yeah, assuming it's 2 flies, which I don't know if it is, but assuming it is, I'm going to take it, because 2 flies is definitely worth some range. But, because, like, we don't need to, before we wanted the range because death was imminent to us if we didn't have range. Now it doesn't really matter. There can be as many bombs as possible, and we'll be okay. The one thing that is a little scary is the closer we are to enemies, obviously, the less time we have to react. But, like, if that's your excuse to not doing something, that's like a baby excuse. Okay. That time it was the bomb pushing me into the bullets, and now I kind of regret dropping the thing, and maybe I was right. And maybe the baby excuse was honestly kind of a fair excuse. But too late. We've already decided that this is what's happening. So... and the best part is now that we've taken red heart damage, we don't have to worry about taking red heart damage, so we can kind of just like walk through the level. Oh wait, we might want to abyss that active item, huh? No, let's leave. Let's leave. I don't like these enemies. This is just like bad design, Edmonds. Not you specifically, because I doubt you're the one that did any of it, because I don't think you really do much anymore. But bad design team. Get rid of them. Get out of here. We don't want them. Thank you for the fly. Just kidding. The design team, the devs are great, but they just think underground enemies that you can't track their movements whatsoever are a good idea, and I just do not agree. I think that's a horrible idea, and I don't think there's many players that actually think otherwise. I think most people agree that it's a pretty shit idea. We're just gonna, you know what, there's no point in trying the whole thing. It's shit. Let's just go. Let's just leave. I hope one day, I doubt I will, but I hope one day I can have the luxury. We're going to go Beast, by the way. I can have the luxury of... Beast is kind of a bad idea, I feel. I feel like blowing myself up is going to be very hard. And the only reason this is so good is because we can blow ourselves up. We'll take Akeldama. I don't see why not. It's not going to really help us, but we'll take it. But yeah, I feel like Beast is a bad idea just because I think Dr. Fetus... like, blowing myself up is going to require hugging enemies, and I'm sure, like, if they're able to outpace DPS me and hurt me more than I can heal me, they will probably win. So, I'm going to avoid going Beast, unfortunately. I really want to go Beast one day, but I feel like our runs just aren't built for him. Like, this run especially. It's a really good run for, like, anything other than Beast, so we got to not go Beast, which is sad, but true. But this room was kind of nice. We got a whole ass half soul heart. Okay, no, it's a full soul heart. I get this notification that I said like stream Isaac to your friends and go live. It's for Discord. There's no X button on it, and I can't get rid of it unless I guess maybe if I streamed I would. But I'm not in a call. I think. I hope not. If I am, oopsie. But I think I'm not in a call. So it's just telling me to stream a game to people I'm not in a call with. While I'm trying to record. You guys can't see it, which is good, but it's still very annoying. I'll never be a fan of it. Also, look at our freaking Akeldama. I don't know why it's so absurdly crazy. There's like just so much of it. Alright, let's go. Yeah, we're pretty much done. Just gonna pop this. As expected, it didn't hit actually anything, because why would it? Even with this many bombs, we've still barely hit Mom because that's how bullshit the bomb fight is with Dr. Fetus, by the way. Just throwing that out there. You saw the absolute circle of destruction we did, and still we just could barely do anything. Dude, come on. Dude, come on. Thank you. Oh, the mom fight sucks. I hate the mom fight. I think it's still not fun. We're not going negative. I was actually, once again, another thing I was planning on doing was to go negative. However, if we go negative, we'll have to give up red hearts for the items. And red hearts are... They're like not particularly what we would like to give up, right? Because that's how we stay alive. Once again, this is the opposite of a soul heart build today. We have Pyromaniac, Dr. Fetus, and the 3 billion other things. We're not going to give up our red health. We'll give up some of it, for sure. Like, I wouldn't mind giving up a red heart or two. But giving up the amount we would probably give up when we got there, that's too much. Unfortunately, this run barely even felt like a Tainted Apollyon run. Because typically I focus more heavily on the flies, and you can really, like, the flies are the damage, right? But this episode was... No, I mean, there were so many better things that happened that the flies didn't even really matter. Like, the flies were there in early game. I'm sure if we didn't have them, we probably would have been in the worst spot. But realistically, I mean, when you have all these things with Dr. Fetus, flies are very much a secondary concern, right? Like, you're not too worried about what your flies are doing when this is happening. Thank you. And we do have Cracked Orb, so we know where the secret is, which is good, because we're trying to get on... When you have Dr. Fetus and Infinite Bombs, it's probably the best if you go to all the secret rooms, because that's how you potentially get Arkeys and stuff. If you're the kind of person that skips secret rooms when you have the option to easily obtain a secret room, it is your fault you don't find Arkeys. I'm sorry, it's true. You gotta really go for it, because if you're not going for it whenever you can, then you're not going to get the Arkey. Arkeys and stuff are rare. The secret room pool, people act like it's super small. It's small in comparison to some of the other pools, but it's not tiny. There's definitely like a decent handful of items in the secret room pool. And if you're looking for just one with how rare it is to find items in secret rooms, you're going to have a hard time finding the Arkey unless you either A, get ways to spawn items, reroll, basically force an Arkey, you know, or you B, go to the secret rooms all the time and just get lucky. It'll happen eventually. That's a promise. Ow. Ow. There goes our angel room chance. I guess we didn't want that. So that's interesting. Realistically, like, did we want an angel deal? I mean, we didn't need one because of the whole chaos type situation. But, like, we still wanted one, right? Like, you don't need something to be able to want it. And I definitely wanted it. It's just getting an extra item is always better. Because, yeah, it's chaos. But A, it could still be an angel room item. B, it could be any item in, like, the game pretty much. Apart from a few exceptions, but still. So many items it could be. And we don't get any of them, most likely. We could still technically get it, but let's be honest. I don't know if you know my luck, but that ain't happening. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't want to come back for the Eternal Heart, but I will. Fine, I will. Typically, I wouldn't, but since the door is literally right here, I think it doesn't hurt that much. Let's go. 6% chance for an angel. 6.9 is a magical percentage. There's a good chance we get this. Never mind. Zazul's Rage ain't bad, but I doubt it'll synergize with Dr. Fetus or anything. So it might even be worse than not having. I just think we'll be stronger with Dr. Fetus than a temporary Brimstone. Because Dr. Fetus is not only a big damage, but it's big healing too, which makes it double good. We have infinite plays on this. We might as well play it. Okay. We do have infinite money right now, by the way. Okay, well, we blew up everything, which is really sad. Yeah, we did have infinite... We still have infinite money. All we have to do is play this, then blow myself up. Like, this is probably one of the easier game breaks in the game. Because infinite money can lead to a technical game break, but it's not in and of itself broken. But one day. There we go. So yeah, we can do whatever we want. We'll play this guy till he pays out, no matter how long it takes, because we once again have infinite money, so we're not gonna complain. Breakfast is, I mean, it's here. I forgot it in my milk video, which sucks, but I think that's kind of intentional. I'm not gonna lie to you. Breakfast is, we want red health, so I mean at this point, like, we have enough, but more isn't gonna hurt us, so we'll definitely take it. We could have abyssed it for flies, but the flies just kind of They truthfully don't matter all that much, believe it or not. I think we're at this point in our lives where, like, flies are not the most important thing in the world, you know? I think they're still good. I don't think they've ever become bad, but we do, believe it or not, even after all of this mayhem, only have 3.5 damage. So, it's not like we're... Our run would be not nearly... It would actually be bad without Dr. Fetus. Dr. Ooh, imagine we didn't have chaos. Guarantee that was an Archie. It's a guaranteed Archie right there. But yeah, so without Dr. Fetus, our run would be really bad. Like really bad. So thank Dr. Fetus, because without Dr. Fetus we'd be in a really bad place. I'm sorry. Please just wake up. This is why these enemies should not be in the freaking game, dude. I'm done with that. We're leaving. I'm done with this entire floor, to be honest. It's just, they're such horse shit. They are so annoying. They take out a lot of fun, because no matter how strong your run is, you walk into a room and they're just sitting there like, you can wait. I think I have to do this room again, yeah. It's just really freaking dumb. I don't understand the thought process behind them. An enemy that is genuinely invincible when down, except for like 2 items that make that a little different. So, a little weird, a little dumb as hell in my eyes. I think they could have done like so much better than design those enemies that way. But that's whatever. I'm merely a player of the game. I did not design it. I have no idea what a good game feels like, realistically, but I just don't feel like that's it, you know? Either way, we're going to be absolutely livid. I mean, we took the Polaroids, that's good. Tainted and Polygon, it was easy, right? There was never a chance we were dying, and in fact, we're going to start hurrying up. We don't have an Emperor card, we have a Strength card. We're going to start just kind of bombing through rooms, because the Cathedral is just a boring floor. We can't really gain much from it. We have infinite HP currently. We don't need any consumables. We have infinite bombs. Keys aren't going to be an issue. We have a good amount of money if we need to play like any beggars. So, yeah, I think we'll be okay. Oh, this is huge, though. Glad we found this. Okay. Raw liver's pretty good. Not knowing my HP, I like getting a health upgrade. It has... What is raw liver? I think that's just 2 red hearts, straight up. Which isn't bad. 2 red hearts, no stat down is pretty good. I think the only other 2 red heart up I can think about is potentially Thunder Thighs, if that even is a 2 HP up. Could be wrong. But I know that one comes at the price of, like, you know, literally, like, all your speed in the entire world. It's not a good compromise. I think Thunder Thighs is one of my least favorite items in the game. There are very rare occasions where I look at it and go, yeah, that's worth the amount of, like, speed you lose. It's a lot of speed. It is a lot. You're not just losing like 0.1 speed or something. Like Binge Eater, people, I'm still sad about the amount of speeds you lose with Binge Eater. Not like overly sad, right? I think it's still a great item, but it still makes me a little sad. Balanced, but sad. But that's like 0.0 something, I think. And Thunder Thighs is what, 0.3 speed down? Maybe even more? It's either 0.3 or 0.5, I believe. Which is, come on. That's like a lot of speed. If we lost 0.5 speed right now, I think it's 0.3, but if we lost 0.5, we would be below 1 speed. Which is, I don't know if you know this, but not really like a good thing. Suboptimal, as some people would say. Let's go. Sad that room had combat in it. Now we don't get it for, now we don't get the Azazel thing for Isaac. Okay. Let's just hide in this corner. It's going to be hard to dodge, because we do have a lot of bombs telling us where we're going without being able to control it. So, dodging is, like, not the best thing in the world right now. But we also have a very pretty Akeldama going on. So, there's not much to complain about. I mean, I say there's not much to complain about. That should be pretty obvious, seeing where this run is. I mean, Pyromaniac on its own is fantastic. Like, without Dr. Fetus. But Pyromaniac, Dr. Fetus, Scatter Bombs, Angelic Prism, Loki's Horn. It's going to be a hard time. And the homing now. And the homing. So now we got homing. In case you were wondering, yeah, we do have homing now, which is cool. That's really cool. We didn't need it. Definitely didn't need it. But now we do. We have it. And that's going to make it just so much better. Just so much better. I don't even, like, there's actually a slight problem I'm having right now where I don't know. Because there's so many good items, I have no idea which ones to use for my thumbnail. Like, there's so many I want to use, but I use 4 for 32 character streak thumbnails. So I have no idea what to use for my thumbnail. Then we're gonna do homing bombs, pyromaniac, Dr. Fetus, angelic prism. That sounds good. Cause like then you'll understand. Oh boy, shit's going down, right? Like then that'll be pretty obvious. I think the angelic prism is like necessary because knowing you have Doctor, or maybe even just Loki's horns, because knowing you have Doctor Fetus with anything along those lines is terrifying. But Loki's horns is, I'd say angelic prism more fun. Loki's horns more scary. Because angelic prism you definitely have way more control over. Loki's horns is luck based and just kind of happens whenever, and if it ever happens and you're against a wall, it'll make the bomb go straight into you. But angelic prism depends on where you're shooting, so it's only gonna go bombs leave creep. That works for yep. Okay, all right, yep. That just wow. That just made this like actually so much better. I like that's a genuine good improvement. I mean, look at the ground, right? That's really strong. I don't even know what to do. Like, how do I title this video? How do like it's funny because we've probably had a more broken run on the streak in terms of how strong we were literally, but I don't think we've had a more broken run on the streak in general because our damage is insane. But the reason it's like the most broken is we actually just can't die. Dying would be such an achievement that we can't do it. We have so much going for us. Dying would be way too difficult. Every time we shoot, we're shooting health, right? That's pretty damn good. However, we can also do this. We have infinite damage. We could theoretically stack damage. I don't know how long Razor Blade stacks for, but we could stack damage and get with a clickbait thumbnail of something along the lines of like blank amount of damage, right? Like 200 damage in one room, and then you'll be like, wow, how? And then you'll come to this part of the video and you'll be like, you really did me like that? And I'll be like, yeah, and I have no shame. Because, I mean, it's still going up. We could definitely get to 100 or so. Okay, I guess it's time to just chat and chill out, right? It's chill hours. If you want to skip past this part, or my full recommendation is to put this part in like 2x speed or something. You can still exist, vibe, have a good time with it, but at the same time, you don't have to sit through like super long time of me doing this. Now, also preferably don't accidentally kill yourself though. But yeah, so let's talk about what do we want to talk about? Let's talk about the Discord. I know I plug this a lot. That's just the thing to do when you're a YouTuber, right? But the Discord's been so much fun. It's definitely starting to, the initial spurt of it being fresh is starting to die off a little bit, which I'm perfectly fine with. It's more calm now. We still definitely have our busy hours too. A lot of cool people there though. It's been a lot of fun chatting with everyone. And it's been fun being able to like, if something goes wrong with a video, I can actually explain it and have like people's firsthand reaction of like what I should do. Like let's say the streak thing back when I lost the streak due to a rerun situation. I can just straight away be like, hey, like, what do I do here? And you'll be like, this is what we think you should do. And it's great. So if you're not already part of the Discord, I strongly recommend you do become part of the Discord because it's a lot of fun. We talk about more than just Isaac. We talk about what it means to be a family. No, just kidding. We don't at all. We talk about like Terraria and stuff too, though. Pokemon, Terraria, Isaac, whatever we want. Some don't starve together. Basically, I feel like we talk about what most Isaac Discords talk about, right? I feel like most Isaac Discords aren't just Isaac. I feel like a lot of them are along the lines of the other games in the similar, it's like not similar genre, but I feel like Don't Starve, Terraria, Isaac. I feel like all of those somehow fit into like the same niche. I feel like a lot of people that like Isaac like those, you know what I mean? It's not a guarantee. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but that's what it feels like to me. So, you know, if I'm right, that's great. If I'm not, damn. I think they're all great niches that deserve to be explored more. Because they're pretty small on YouTube, all things considered. Terraria is probably the biggest thing on YouTube out of those that I just mentioned. But it's definitely, it's going to die more and more because they are done working on development for it. So, Terraria is just, it's going away, unfortunately, I believe. Once they truly stop updating, I think it'll kind of be done. But, you know, for now, it's just great fun. I also just dropped Razor Blade and was super convinced the damage would go down, and now I got scared. But we're living. We are starting to lose, like, a lot of, starting to lose a lot of damage for things. This is going to take, I think, a hot minute. And I would just speed this up. But I think we're just going to cut it at, like... Well, how about this? We'll just use this damage stat in the thumbnail instead of, Here we go, let's get this. In the thumbnail instead of us saying, like, gain 100 damage in a run. Because, I mean, we just got the 63 damage, and then, bam, minus 50. That's the only damage that we've gotten for the entire game. Okay. Yeah, that was a fun run. I know we didn't get to quite the heights I had hoped for, but you have to realize that was, like, guaranteed to happen. I mean, everything has a limit, right? So I'm not surprised. I knew it would end eventually. My question is when, right? I was wondering when it would start really not being worth it, and it was around the 50s that it stopped being completely not worth it at all. But I also think it's still fair. I don't blame it. I think being able to just do this and get some damage, I mean, that's really good, right? Because then we'll immediately just start healing it back up anyway. And get our Arky, which is nice. That's not an Arky. I feel like I've been lied to. I swear I saw an Arky in here, and now it's not here. We do have full mapping, though, from Cracked Orb. Because we have spammed the spacebar so much that the game was like, you have taken enough damage to warrant a full map, which I greatly appreciate. I think that's pretty fun. Alright, let's get out of here. It's about time. Hold on, let's just... I just wanted to see a damage stat above, like, 10 again. We didn't get a single damage up all game. We're on 3.5 damage. Let's get one right now. We didn't get a single damage up all game. Well, now, run's still great. I'm not here complaining. I just thought I would point out that we did not get a single damage up. Because that is a little sad. Even if the run's great, that can still be sad, right? The run being great and not having a damage up don't go hand in hand. That is all. The streak lives. It continues. I wasn't sure how this episode would go because of how tired I am, but it seems to have gone pretty well. I mean, we're on a win streak of 8. Next episode is... It's a scary one for me. I'm not going to lie. It's regular Blue Baby, and then after regular Blue Baby, we have Tainted Keeper. So we got 2 pretty not easy characters coming up, but it's been a lot of fun, so I'm not going to be complaining. That was a good run. That was one of the best ones of the streak, and I loved it. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you please, and I will see you next time.